is General Heat, and it's time to unite all of our people from around the country together to save the children and feed the hungry here in America. Put It Down Entertainment's Bo Jones sings his heart out on his latest single, Save the Children. America, we need to work together. There are hungry adults and children all over the country, from city to city, from state to state. Let's save the children and feed the hungry here. And for more information about Save the Children, Feed the Hungry campaign, you can contact Don Jr. CEO at 818-358-5722.
Calling all record labels, writers, R&B singers, gospel singers, and entertainers. Are you looking for beats, mixing, and mastering, and the best production at the best rate? Call Geronimo Bill at 317-987-8365. That's Geronimo Bill, 317-987-8365. For more details, log on to wiseliferecords.com. WYZELYFERECORDS.com. Wise Life Records is your full-service music and production studio. Wise Life Records has everything you need for your next hit single or album. Call Geronimo Bill.
In this global marketplace, your brand, product, or service has to stand out. The internet has changed our lives forever. Everything you need is at your fingertips. Just click or tap and you're there. Now is the time to put a new image on your company. Our website design professionals have been satisfying clients for over 8 years. Website starting at $299. Web brand consulting, $199. Web hosting, $99 per year. For all your website needs, call Don Jr. CEO, 818-358-5722.
Network. We on live. We in your speakers. Ain't on your mind. 10 o'clock. We on time. Move around. Hey, move around. Hey, now move around. Hey.
Welcome back to the Talented Titanium Tuesday here on the Entertainment Worldwide Network. I'm your global brother and host, The Wolf, accompanied by the 300 winning team members. Oh my gosh. It's a different type of platform today on the special episode of Talented Titanium Tuesday with today's topic of transparency. It's not going to be the first and the only, but it's going to be the first of many because it is our responsibility as global family, as global brothers and sisters. It's up to us. We can't wait for anybody else. So with that being said, let's continue on a little bit more of what we have to offer one another today. Also, during my time of growing up as a young man, some things that I had to learn and go through and deal with, my grandmother and I were ran over, unfortunately, while crossing in a crosswalk coming from a 7-Eleven store in Riverside, California. We were ran over by a black Trans Am. The windows were all blacked out. The person didn't stop, and my grandmother was scraped up pretty bad. And I went to a hospital. I only had a headache, thank God. And but that was the beginning of a lot of things that was thrown my way, if you will, so to speak. Also, at the age of 9, I was diagnosed with a disease by the name of Osgood-Schlatters disease. For those who are not familiar on Osgood-Schlatters disease, it's when the bone in the legs, the arms, the bones grow faster than the cartilage. And in this particular situation with myself, I was scheduled to have my legs amputated right below my kneecap at the age of 9 years old. But thankfully, you know, the type of mom that I had Luckily, she had took me to church. You know, they prayed for me and we stood in agreement. And I needed to, and please, I'm not going in, I don't believe I'm being called. However, I'm not standing in the pulpit right now, but please hear this. Please have open mind and empathy. Hear this. I was asked at that age, do I believe that this can take place in my life, that I believe that I can receive healing? And I truly, truly believed in my whole heart that in where I was undergoing, that right then at that moment, when those elders and my mother and my family members and those who I knew genuinely loved me and had care for me were putting their hands on me and praying, that this could definitely, and I stand on that I believed that this was going to be my answer. Not just on the church platform, but think about that. What we put out, what you believe to be true. So this is what I want to share, and then I'll continue on where we're going. If you believe that you have no way out, if you believe that every day you wake up you're going to have negative types of engagements, whether on business, community, or family or otherwise, if you believe you're not going to get that contract, if you believe no one's going to feel your music, if you believe that everyone is out to harm you and that everybody is trying to get over on somebody else, then that will become your reality. Why do I say this? Because first and foremost, I'm speaking on a transparent platform. After this type of event took place, I went back in 2 weeks to the doctor for the pre-op appointment to get me prepared to live the rest of my life in a wheelchair. And when I went with my mother, they told my mother and I that I don't know why I was diagnosed with Osgood-Schlatter's disease, because as of their charts and their most recent tests that they ran before they did the op, that I show no signs of Osgood-Schlatter's disease. So you make your relation, you make your comparison, you take that for what you will. Now, not only with that particular experience in my life, I've also lived with my father because, like I mentioned previously, my mother and my father had separated due to his decisions to be a participant within infidelity. And I thought, keyword, I thought that I was missing out, that I had the grass greener on the other side to be with my dad. So I complained, I fought, I kicked and screamed, so to speak, to get my way so that my mother would send me over to be with my father. So I went and would spend alternating school years between my mother and my father. The time with my father and the individual who I came to know was the worst experience in my life. Yes, he was a military veteran. Yes, he was a military MP, which is a military police. Yes, he knew these different self-defense things and all this other nonsense. However, and it's not nonsense because, yes, I do condone that. I also was trained by my father and other individuals and my sisters and so on and so forth. And it is a good thing. I do condone in regards to being able to protect ourselves as well as our family members, intermediate, global, or otherwise, for those who look to do them harm. However, I say nonsense because the individual who we're talking about, my father, was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And why do I make that statement? I make that statement because he would want to buy his children. He wanted to buy us everything as a form of affection, and that's not what we wanted. We were the youngest kids with scooters and pool tables and a pool and all this other nonsense. And it's like, you know what? I don't care about any of that. I want to be able to hang out with my dad. I want to learn what it means to be a father. I want to learn what it means to be a man and treating a woman, and how I need to overcome different things that I'm thinking about and dealing with within my life. Yet he was more concerned about picking up a 12-pack, an 18-pack, a 24-pack. And yes, there were many times that he wouldn't even come home. And that's something that we overlook. Our decisions, this is just bothering me because I'm doing it for myself or to myself, but it doesn't. We have to understand that every choice we make, whether it's for good or bad, ultimately it affects those who we have and hold dear in our life. And yes, I've forgiven my father. I've forgiven all those in my life who have approached and taught me not so pleasant of lessons. However, I am also appreciative of them for giving me an opportunity to learn in my own personal life, because I don't judge anyone. We all are on our various and individual platforms of journeys in this life, and we don't know what it's like to walk in the footsteps of one another. However, we can walk alongside one another. So what I'm sharing, please don't take it personal. I'm only being transparent on my life's journey. And with what he had chose to do, I didn't trust a lot of older male figures in my life. I didn't trust the government, unfortunately, until I really learned the government when I got older, and still don't trust it. That's a whole other reason, though. Now, but it's a totally, and I know you understand that's a whole totally different platform. But, and I had to come to grasp that first and foremost, my father, our fathers, our mothers, our older generation, we don't have a manual to how to raise children, a true manual outside of the Bible or whatever you hold as your path of what you've been called to understand, whether it be the Quran, whatever the case may be. Like I said, I'm not here to judge. I love all my global brothers and sisters. However, if you're fighting to work towards bettering yourself, your community, and your business, and your family, and your individual thought, hey, kudos. I love you regardless, no matter what, as long as you're not trying to hurt me or mine individually, as well as my global family as a whole. Because my grandfather named me the wolf for a reason, and I take family protection very, very seriously. However, to stay on topic, there was so much I had to understand, and we don't take the time to slow down and think, hey, they do what they know from their experience what to do. I can't hold them 100% responsible because they're doing what they feel is the best that they can handle mentally, financially, emotionally, because a lot of times that when we deal with things, we don't want to take the time to go to somebody and say, hey, man, this is really messing me up, or, oh, I can't cry about it, or I can't show my emotions because I've been programmed through the media and all these other individuals who don't have the answers or the guidance as most of us don't do because of this world we live in, that we can't be open and empathetic and transparent with one another. So we try to internalize everything, and that doesn't work, because all it does is it's a ticking time bomb. It's a matter of time before that right circumstance, that right instance takes place, and all of that we have suppressed and bottled up finally comes to the surface, and it's a sad day on anybody else when it explodes, and it's an individual who does not deserve it. Even your worst enemy does not deserve all of that we bottle up, because they didn't do it. We might be upset with them because we didn't like the way that they did this or that, or how they commented or said something that might be true, that might have embarrassed us. However, we have to shake off that selfishness. We have to put on that cloak or that jacket or the dress for our sisters, our global sisters out there, or outfits rather, because some of our global sisters don't wear dresses, and I respect that. But we need to put on that new mentality of, I accept you as you are, not as I see you should be. We all have that story. We all have experiences. We all been given gifts that are supposed to add to the quality of life, to add to our future progression and development. But yet we're afraid to show them, and we hide them, or we downplay them because of fear. Fear, what is that? It's false evidence appearing real. Let me say it again. Fear, F-E-A-R. What does that mean? It means it's false evidence appearing real. Don't buy into it. I love you, every single last one of you, in the sound of my voice. Please know this beyond a shadow of a doubt. Outside this business platform, networking, whether it's entertainment, modeling, whatever the case may be, you have a global brother regardless of any of that. Whether you choose to come with the network, grow, revitalize these platforms, or if you just need to utilize one of the services that we provide, you still have family that is really, really and truly here for you because we love you. Let's go out here to these lines. Before, I know I want to hit my global brother, your pastor in mind, but before I do that, I spoke and gave my word to my global brother, and I'm going to live up to my word every second that I can while I have a breath in this body that my Father has given me. And before I do that, let me open up the lines here with my brother and your global brother and mine, JG, the Traveler. As I said I would, brother, your mic is hot.
Yes, I look at your experience, what you said about transparency. It's important today because we don't have a lot of it. Me being a gamer, transparency is needed when you're on a team to achieve victory. And that's in anything, the basic concept of anything, even when you're running a business. And my life's journey began, I was born in 1985, but through some circumstance, really, I was a late baby. I was supposed to have been born in December 1984. But and when I was born, I still had things that were underdeveloped, and throughout my childhood, I had various surgeries, and even when because of my small frame, I had sleep apnea. I would not breathe when I went to sleep. So as I got older, once again, even though my neck grew from the inside and I didn't have it, when I was in high school, because of the psych medications, which that was because of depression, and that was basically my main struggle. And it still is, and mainly because the fact is of what I experienced in grade school. I was you have people who were the outsiders. You have the in crowd, then you have the people who are on the outside. And it was mostly, as I would see, some were probably jealous, some were mostly envious because some things that I could do better than them. Now you have kids today, or when I was growing up, they still have people who are into the opposite sex or whatever, drugs and whatnot. Where me, I was a gamer. And that's what I did. And now today, I still do that. My escape is writing, but also spiritualness, spirituality. And I look at and the struggle that I deal with right now. You know, on radio show on and off. And it's really to break that cycle is to not believe the indoctrination of society that you can't do this because of the color of your skin or because of, for me, I had Asperger's syndrome, but I believe it was because of the environment, not because I was born with it. And if you're with the right people and transparency, you would know what to expect, even if it is, if it is not what they say it is to be able to, using your foreknowledge, to ask those questions so that there could be transparency. Even though if it's not up front, you still have to be able to know how to ask those certain questions so transparency can be achieved.
Huge appreciation for your sharing, JG, and huge family love and respect. Please don't go nowhere. Today is, oh my gosh, I have to. I've been in this show or start wrapping up or going into the mystery music without going out to the patriarch of the Entertainment Worldwide Network, your global brother and mine, Pastor Don Jr., CEO. Brother, your mic is hot.
Hey, what's going on? It's Pastor Don Jr., CEO. We're moving around the city. Got to let Miss K say something.
Hey, everybody. This is Miss K. I just want to jump in and tell everybody thank you for coming to the show and supporting our Vice President, Wolf, and the network. We really appreciate you guys coming, and just make sure you're on our show for tomorrow, too, Winning Team Wednesdays. But this is Miss K. I was just checking in to show my support.
All right, bro. I got to tell you this, man. This has been like one of the best shows ever, and I'm real big on education. And sometimes the Holy Spirit got to move. Now, any other day, I would be right there at my desk, owning the Starship Enterprise, ready to be Captain Kirk and do my thing, what I do. But I'm glad God worked it out this way because some of the topics that you was transparent about, not only they need to be addressed, it's therapeutic for us to be around other people that went through the same situation. I share your pain because I lived in 40 out of 50 states. I didn't have a high school prom. I didn't have a graduation. I didn't join any fraternities and whatnot. So all the people that I knew as a kid, I don't know anymore, and a lot of them are dead and in jail. So it's crazy how life works. But one thing I want to say with the winning team, we're here to break the generational curses. We're here to take extra time. We're here to do extra because no matter what goes on, we need each other. And without each other, we can't. For 19 years, but there's still things I don't know. I will be the first one to tell you, hey, I need some help. Come on, and I need you a part of this network. If Wolf wasn't the vice president, we might never had a show like this. Why? Because that's the whole reason why they have a cabinet for the president. It's not just up to one person. One person has the final say, but the more wisdom, the more information, the more we can put into a decision, we can make a better educated guess. So not only will that decision not be a mistake, it won't be fair. It won't be false evidence allowing and recognizing nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So it's just everything that you said, Wolf, was right on point. I heard everybody. I heard Music Man in the building, JG the Traveler, prophesied. I heard Sister McPhee, Sister McGee, who is out of Tampa. She's doing a lot out there, and I'm about to get on with you, Sister Edna. But I hear everybody. I've been taking notes. Even though I've been moving around, I can hear everything, and I'm taking mental notes. So I'm just really impressed. And I want to say this on a side note. I know when everybody that spoke today came to the network, but I also know how much you've grown since the first time we've had a personal, individual conversation. And Wolf, if you could just grab the floor, but if you kind of piggyback on, you know how it's been over the last 30 days, the new members are really coming in and showing out. So we do see what y'all doing. And Wolf, you got it.
Oh, huge family appreciation to your global brother and mine, Pastor Don Jr., CEO, patriarch of the Entertainment Worldwide Network, home of the winning team, the 300. You're on Talented Titanium Tuesday with your global brother and host, The Wolf. hey, he's absolutely right. The family that has been coming on to the winning team, becoming part of this network, all I can do is just give you huge family salute and sincere appreciation and love for your passion, for your dedication, for your work ethic, for your openness to and willingness to walk alongside of one another and to learn together, for us to be able to have success as a network for not just us, but primarily for our community, for our business platforms, for our families, and for our individual consciousness, ways of thinking and perceiving. Perception is a big contributor to how we live our lives, what we strive for, what we can overcome. Happiness, family. Happiness, joy, love, all the key attributes that we strive and look forward to and pray about in our lives come as a choice. I know a lot of people don't say, hey, well, it's easier to say than done. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. However, the truth still remains, it's a choice. You either choose to work, you either choose to look, you either choose to search for love, joy, peace, and happiness, knowing and being guided by not only our Father, but by those he brings into our lives that shows us what his love looks like, what his peace looks like, what his joy looks like, what empathy looks like, what acceptance looks like, what forgiveness looks like. Before we go into the mystery music, I need to continue to go back out here to the family. We had JG, we have Pastor Don touch on it, we even had the Eye in the Sky, my global sister, the queen of the network, the case, Miss Keisha, the CEO, my global sister, touch base and peek in as well. And I got to get more family feedback. I got to get more family to touch base on what we're covering and what we're sharing, because it's not one-sided. This is a network, and we have to work together. And it's not just what Pastor Don, or Miss Keisha CEO, or Prophesize, or Edna, or just the 300. It's all of us contributing and working together. So with that being said, I got to go back out to my brother and your global brother and mine. Prophesy. Your mic is hot.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear. We can hear you, brother.
All right, yeah. This Prophesy from Phoenix, Arizona, owner of Desert Fam Entertainment, Desert Fam Management, Desert Fam Productions. Currently putting together or have a production for a TV show called The Life. And listening to everything and listening to the transparency and everything that was going on, it's getting a lot of depth and understanding everybody that's on the team. So, I definitely feel a lot more like I'm not alone in some of the things and some of the endeavors I've been through, and definitely feeling like a lot of the concepts and ideas about some of these problems could be understood and talked about, debated on, and probably brought to a confirmed resolution and plan of action. So definitely interested in something like that happening. And as far as my growth, when I first started, I was, actually got on the line, it was when I was dealing with Black Platinum. I was a recording artist from there. And from there, I've grown phenomenally with the family, the group, with the fans, the listeners, and everybody, to the point where now I manage a bunch of different artists, about 15 different artists. I've got a production company that's doing pretty cool. I've got a guy from New Zealand signed on. I've got people from all over the country, all over the world. I've got a lot of different things happening. I'm on a TV show. I'm in negotiations with several major distribution companies about distributing it as a movie and then having it as a TV show, all kinds of different things that are going on with that. So, I'm fortunate. I'm glad. Personal life has went from all kinds of different transitions, and it's still going through transitions from the people that are new to me to other people that have been familiar with me and are adjusting to my new situations, my new growth, and how I carry myself. And I think that pretty much sums everything up. All right. So back to you, Wolf. Thank you.
Huge family salute and appreciation to you, Prophesied. You got to keep going over here to the family. Got to go out to my global sister and yours, Sister Edna. Sis, your mic is hot.
Hi again. I am just elated with this topic. I think everyone that has the courage to come on and to share your personal feelings, because that's not easy for a lot of people to share their personal feelings. For one thing, it's a judgment call. A lot of people think that if I tell you what I'm going through, you're going to judge me by situations that I may not have even had control over in my life. Nonetheless, I had to go through them. But God saw fit to bring me through them to the point that I am right now. And that's why I push Raven so much. I pushed her. I started her as a young lady with her career and preparing her for this very time. I feel like if God has given you a gift, that you should prepare yourself for that gift. That you have to take the time to invest in yourself. You have to take the time to get trained. You have to take the time to sit at the foot of someone that knows just a little bit more than you to learn. You have to make yourself available to people that's willing to help you and not hurt you, although there are times when it's not easy to do that, because we, as humans, some people have a know-it-all attitude and they feel like they can't learn anything. But I have really and truly learned so much from the winning team and from just being a part of this organization. I have really, really learned so much. It has humbled me in a somewhat of a respect, just dealing with people that can teach me something. I'm a teachable person, and I feel like if you want to learn, you have to be a teachable person, and this organization has done that. So just to tell you a little bit about Raven Salve, she's been in the industry. She decided to go professional about 5 years ago, and as soon as she spewed the words out of her mouth, God started opening doors for her like none other. She was on major platforms within 2 weeks of saying she wanted to go professional. She was on a major platform within 2 weeks of coming out of her mouth with that, and it's just been going full force ever since. She has an album out. It's called, I can't think of the name of it, Let's Dance, the Mix. It has jazz on there. It has some reggae on there. It has a little hip-hop on there. It has Southern Soul on there. And she came up with that album, and she wrote the whole album herself simply because she has a lot to say as a young lady. She has a lot to say. So when you hear her music, it's pouring from her heart, and it's because she has a lot to say, and she can teach the young ones. If they just listen, she can teach the young ones, and that's why her music is somewhat in a respect that it is, because she wants it to be heard by young and old, and so that they can be able to relate to the struggles that she's going through. She's on social media. She's all over social media. Pastor Don did her EPK kit that is just off the chain. But she's on YouTube, she's on Google, she's on Facebook, she's on Instagram.
She's on LinkedIn. And phone number where we can be reached is 850-293-2063. And we are definitely in the market for shows, and she does charity work. We have an organization called Women Against Rape and Domestic Violence. And so she's a heartfelt artist. And I must say that whatever God has blessed her with, she definitely deserves it, because she puts her whole heart, mind, and soul into whatever project that she does. And she does have a couple of new singles that will be coming out. One of them should be out by August the 5th. She's doing a collaboration with another major artist down in Louisiana. But so just look for it. And she's a writer. She has a show out called, it's coming out, a little short movie. It's called Alone for the Taking, which relates to all the different types of abuse that people go through, not just the man-woman abuse, but you got babysitter on babies, you got cousins on other cousins, you got males on females, you got females on females, and she touches a little bit of all that. And the name of the movie is called Alone for the Taking. So just be on the lookout for that. So she's a writer, and she has a book that she's that's coming out. Probably it's going to take a while for that, but nonetheless, she's talking to actual people that she had to get permission from the psychiatrist to sit in on their sessions to actually get a feel of what these people are going through for her book. So just be on the lookout for that. She's a talented young lady, and God has blessed her. So give her a call, 850-293-2063. And shout out to the winning team, Pastor Don, Miss Keisha, Wolfvane, and all of the winning team. I really appreciate you guys. Back to you.
Huge family respect to our global sister Edna out there. Oh my gosh. To you, Raven, Dark Solution, all the family. I'm going to go out here real quick to our global brother, the Music Man, before I take this last commercial break, and then we go into our mystery music, and then we come back for some final notes and final words before we all close out for this episode. We're going to go over just a little bit because we had a late start because of the technical difficulties and the outside forces that didn't want this particular episode to take place. So with that being said, let me go on out here to my global brother and yours, Music Man. Brother, your mic is hot.
Well, the winning team, most definitely. And, this format has been wonderful. I'm just really, really glad that it was brought to the forefront. It opened my eyes to a lot of things. And, we're going to keep it moving, and we're going to keep everything positive. Again, shouts out to you, Wolfvane, DJ Pastor Don Jr., and First Lady.
Jay, you call me DJ Pastor. I'm always add my own little special thing in there. But what I will say, and Edna, Edna and Raven Survey, and all of the other artists and CEOs, here again. Oh, I have a new song that I just put up. It's called Shorty, Shorty, Shorty. It's on YouTube. It's called Shorty, Shorty, Shorty. So I want y'all to check it out. Andre Williams, Music Man, and it's called Shorty, Shorty, Shorty. Don't forget to click the thumbs up if you like it. All those little tweets and retweets, we love them. We love them to death. Keep it moving. Again, same thing with Edna and Raven Suave. I'm an artist. I write the whole album. My permission album, I wrote every song on it. And perform it, sing it. I do the whole gamut. We still, got a lot of majors that we're getting ready to put together on our new upcoming album that we're working on right now. But as far as Spotify and the streaming and everything else,
family. Let's just keep pushing each other up. Let's make it right. You know, it's nowhere else for us to go but to the top, and let's do it together. And I just want to say amen, and God bless everyone.
Oh, huge family shout out to you, Music Man, and the whole camp family of Dark Solutions. And, oh, my gosh, the winning team. Once again, this is your global brother and host of the Talented Titanium Tuesday, The Wolf, here on the Entertainment Worldwide Network. Before I go into this commercial, I have to say this one thing. Through all the stuff that I've shared, through all the stuff that we've shared together and that we've touched on and that we're learning from and what we're rewriting, I do have to say and give the ultimate family brother-to-brother salute to my brother and the pastor and patriarch of this network, Pastor Don Jr., CEO, because there was a time that I've done this and that and was running my business, Primal Productions, as well as working a job as a pricing manager for a home remodeling company and being a third party to get these different home loans for these individuals for remodeling their homes and working with numbers, at the same time running a business. And my mind, I was trying to do everything, but then God brought my brother, Pastor Don Jr., CEO, into my life. And I went and like my global sister said, Edna said, I had to be teachable. And that's one thing I do thank my parents, both of them, for, is that they made sure, even through their own struggles, that I remained humble enough to be teachable. And I purchased the first volume of the Green Dragon record-breaking blueprint. And at that time, Don told me, he said, man, pay attention to the concepts rather than the verbiage. And I did that. And I applied it. And I embraced it. And I prayed and asked God to show me what it is he wanted me to learn from this. And it helped me to evolve into my profession focus within my affiliated company off of the network of Primal Productions, as well as being in the position that I'm so humbled and appreciative of my family providing to me of a vice president of the network. And I'm continually humbled of the embrace that I get from my global family when my father brings them across my path. And to be that person that I'm supposed to be and being transparent, I do have to give the salute to my global brother and my family from the network of taking the chance on the wolf, the lone wolf at that time. But now I'm just happy to be a part of this global family that's continually evolving.
I got to say this. I got to say this. And you go to Primal.com, that's PrimalProductions.com. Primalproductions.com. It's going to be a statement. It says, the wolf is the pack and the wolf. We are a pack of 300 people. We all individuals. But the one thing why Wolf is so interested in what we're doing, he's all about family. So no matter how much we get millionaires to come in, if it's not good money, we're not going to take it. And no matter how many deals I've had, I've never had somebody to keep it real with me, not just because they wanted to get something out of me, but they wanted to truly, genuinely see us win. They wanted everybody to win. So now that we're at a situation that we got somebody that's truly, genuinely about to win, and I understand the outsiders that don't understand what's going on, and I'm a great trainer, now the catalyst is there. So whatever we bring in, whoever stays, they're supposed to be here. If they go, don't get mad at them, because at the end of everything, one plant, one water, God bring the increase. We all are doing something different, but with us working together, it makes it easier. So I appreciate that shot, man. That's deep and heartfelt, and I'm glad you see what I'm doing. At the same time, had you not jumped in like you did, it wouldn't be moving as fast as it is, and it's moving 100 miles an hour now because we have solid people that's here every week. Y'all starting to know the people. Y'all starting to know their names. Now, out of the 300 people, some people are still listening and watching and waiting. There's nothing wrong. Listen, watching, and wait. But when the checks come out, and the money started getting dispersed, I had to go off seniority first. Brother gonna be like, look, hey, they with us. I'm like, yeah, they with us, but they wasn't with us shooting in the gym. They can get a ring, but they won't get those endorsement deals. They won't get those that money after the championship. You gonna get your ring if you play your position, but at the same time, I can't express enough, and I got to keep it transparent, y'all. I love very hard, and it hurts my heart when it's your turn to win, because at the end of the day, I don't know if you're going to get a second chance to have that same opportunity come around again, because this is what I do every day. At the same instance, this is what I do. Not everybody has the luxury to do what I do every day, so the only time I get really upset is because God is telling me to do it now, because we're not going to get a second chance to come back, and when we revisit it, it's not the same energy. All the universe has an aligned, so we get it done. Everybody keeps their word, but we live with disappointment. So moving forward, it's amazing what happened. We all kept it real. It was a very safe environment. Everybody got to learn something. Not only everybody get to learn something, you got to share it. So now when we get in the bus together, y'all going to remember all these shows. So everything that me and Wolf, Miss K, all the people, Music Man, Edna, all the stuff that we're putting out on these Twitter messages, these retweets, not everybody's catching it, but the more y'all keep doing it, it's going to become like breathing. And anything you practice becomes repetition. And with that being said, Wolf, I love you, brother. You've been doing a great show. I'm so glad that you really dug in today. We needed this. Great job.
With that being said, let's go into the commercial break. We're going to come back with some music, mystery music. Then we're going to have our final say, and then we're going to wrap up for this time of family. We'll see you in a moment.
Network. We on live. We in your speakers. And on your mind. 10 o'clock. We on time. Move around. Hey. Now move around. Hey. Now move around. Hey.
Love is the most powerful feeling on earth. God is love. Do you know what the Great Commission is? Do you know who the Messiah is? Have you read the Bible, Torah, or Quran? Resurrection of Hope Ministries is spreading the love of God in all cities, states, and across the globe. Visit our website, r-o-h-m.org. That's r-o-h-m.org. Resurrection of Hope Ministries has been knocking down the walls of traditions and untruth. We are a church that cares with exciting worship, constant prayer, and praise. We believe, come as you are and receive the Holy Spirit, and you will never be the same again. Service time, 9:30 a.m. Sunday school, 11 a.m. Sunday morning worship, 6 p.m. Wednesday night prayer, 7 p.m. Wednesday night Bible study, 7 p.m. Friday night fellowship. Resurrection of Hope Ministries is located at 1236 North Rule Street, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46201. Call 317-987-8365 for details. Visit us online at r-o-h-m.org.
Since 2012, Philadelphia's homicides are at peak levels. The Philadelphia Freedom Project is improving our community, initiating change, promoting philanthropy and youth sports with 10,000 basketballs for our youth, as seen on NBC. Children are our future. Let's teach well and let them lead the way. We need your support to buy high-quality Spalding basketballs to be distributed by community recreation centers, school teachers, and more, focusing on high-risk areas first. 10,000 basketballs for Philadelphia's youth. Please sow a seed in the Tree of Life. We have a deal directly with Spalding Basketball on TF250s, normally priced at $25. No money goes to administrative costs. For details, contact founder and organizer Michael Robinson at 215-917-9415 or email phillyfreedomproject@gmail.com.
And tell. Listen. Poetic brain. Don't wanna be a victim brothers out here will tell you so. And girl, don't forget, you were born a queen. So pick your head up, keep moving, and show your strength. Don't wanna be a victim no more.
She was headed to Chicago, her full of the Colorado. She pulled to the side, approached me when I hollered, can I get a ride? I'm headed your way, 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 way. She was headed to Chicago, her full of the Colorado. She pulled to the side, approached me when I hollered, can I please get a ride? I need to get away, way, way, way. Now we freeway gliding, smoking Bob Marley, rapping and singing the beats the whole ride. Windy City, here we come, the weather was real grimy. Then after 2 days, we made it there finally. Got into the city, she pulled up the car to an old phone booth and made some phone calls. Then she hit a pawn shop and bounced up in the door with a smile on her face. Came out with a guitar. You came out with a guitar and I'm looking at her like that's what we came for. Got back on the highway and retraced the same course, but before we did that, she played and sang soft. Look what I came across, she's a diamond in the rough, in a purple Eldorado, and I'm riding with a tough Hollywood. Here we come, hope we soon live it up. Instead of spending our lives, always trying to get a buck. She was headed to Chicago, her full Eldorado. She pulled to the side, approached me when I hollered, can I get a ride? I'm headed your way, 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 way. She was headed to Chicago, her full Eldorado. She pulled to the side, approached me when I hollered, can I please get a ride? I need to get away, way, way, way. Hello Hollywood, we finally arrived. I'm dead out my sleep and the city is alive. I'm looking like a tourist cause I'm reading all the signs. Me and baby girl both trying to see what we could find. She found a cool gig to pay some nice cash. Met a man that was rich, he drove a white Jag. She started getting high and looking quite bad. All the drugs and the liquor reduced the price tag. I tried to get her clean and get her back on her feet, but it seemed what was more important was in the streets. I had to let her be, I couldn't no longer help. Now she mad at the world, but she did it to herself. So don't blame Hollywood or TV. You had a choice when you got here just like me. Now a purple Eldorado's looking old and beat, abandoned, left and parked on the side of the street. She was headed to Chicago, her full Eldorado. She pulled to the side, approached me when I hollered, can I get a ride? I'm headed your way, 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 way. She was headed to Chicago, her full Eldorado. She pulled to the side, approached me when I hollered, can I please get a ride? I need to get away, way, way.
broadcast live. Okay, we broadcast live from the west side.
Welcome back to the talented Titanium Tuesday on the Entertainment Worldwide Network. I'm your host and global brother, the Wolf. Oh my gosh, I had to hit it with a back-to-back mystery music session tracks for you. I know we're going a little over, but I would do that because we missed out in the beginning because of technical difficulties, and we're not going to allow the enemy to take away no time from our family get together. So I'm going to go out to the lines now to my family and get some feedback on both tracks. Get your final word, what you have to say, and with that being said, and no further ado, I'm going out right to you, my global brother. JG, your mic is hot.
Yes, I actually heard the first track before. So I could find out where that song, where I could download or even buy it. You know, I put that on repeat because I like the vibe with it. The second one, yeah, that saying that too. And the closing remarks that I have is like as far as like what I like to write, like they're feeling it is writing on your life's experience. And for me, like I usually create like when I write my music, not just music but stories in general, I create worlds and characters, and through that experiences you see a glimpse of the worlds and universes that I've created, and I see there's other artists that do the same thing, and basically it's up to the next generation to break the mold that the world wants us to fit in. So if the world says that you can't do it because of the color of your skin or because of the type of environment you live in or because of your mental makeup, prove them wrong. That's the only way how we can go further.
Oh, huge family appreciation, JG. Got to go out here to my global sister and yours, Sister Edna. Your feedback on the two tracks from the mystery music session. Your final words. Your mic is hot.
All right.
Man, listen, hey, do me a favor, Wolf. I got a lot going on over there. Love each and every last one of y'all.
I got you. Go ahead.
Well, the first track, you know, I love it. It speaks volume. It speaks to a situation that is an age-old situation, and I love that track. I can listen to it all day, every day, and not get tired of it. That second track, I really love that track. I love the message in that track, but even without the message, that music had me the entire time. And it's very hard for music to really catch my attention from the beginning to the end because I love the music. I could take the words out and just listen to the music, but that music had me the whole time. So I say shout out to whoever belongs to that track because that's a good one. I love it.
Amen.
And the Entertainment Worldwide Network, I think that's the ultimate network organization. I love it. Being a part of it. I've done many of networking events, but when I say this is the ultimate, this is truly an ultimate. So I pray more come on board with the Entertainment Worldwide Network. There is so much that this organization can offer. And my last thing is on the fear, on your subject of fear, that there is nothing to fear but fear itself. So with everybody out there, let fear not stop you from moving forward in whatever endeavor that you have, that God has set your path to go on. Just take that leap, and God will have you the rest of the way. So shout out to everybody on the winning team.
Huge family appreciation, Sister Edna, and the whole camp and Raven. Love every one of you. I gotta go to my brother, the Global Brother, Music Man, then the Prophesy, and then we're gonna go ahead and do my last finishing closing words, and we'll go ahead and call this a wrap on this family get together. Music Man, your mic is hot.
Well, anyway, I love both the tracks. They did a great job. And the production was tight. The message with the domestic violence, don't want to be a victim no more. I mean, that a lot of people really need to hear that today, because there are a lot of people who are going through a lot of things that don't have a voice, don't have no one to come in and tell them that, hey, you don't have to take this no more. Go to a shelter. Call the police. Let's move forward, so that you can have a better life. You don't have to be a victim no more. The other track was a club banger, where I could see a lot of rump shaking and people partying and doing their thing. So, yeah, I'm loving it. And the winning team, let's do it. Let's make it happen. It's on and popping. Much love, guys.
Huge. Huge appreciation to you as well, Music Man, and the Dark Solution, the whole family, and to your family and ours to yours as well. Got to go out here, finish it off also, because, hey, please, first and foremost, all the other family members on the line, please understand, only reason why I'm not able to get to you and hate to open up your line is because, first and foremost, we don't have enough time in the slot, unfortunately, due to the technical difficulties we had faced in the early beginning portions of our program, with the forces out there that were trying to prevent this episode from even taking place. And, but please don't take anything personal. Definitely want to continue to be in contact with each and every one of you and continue to grow this network, this community, this network, this family, this community. And I know I'm repeating myself, but I can't reiterate it enough. We need to continue to work together without any fear, like my global sister Edna said. Fear is the only thing that scares us. Is fear itself, and it is false evidence appearing real. We have to look past it and move through it and take that step. Courage is not in the absence of fear. It's taking the right and appropriate steps and actions in the midst of fear. So take that courage. Take that step with your global family and the network and the winning team. If you're not with the winning team, become part of the network. Become part of the winning team. We would love to have you. We're here with you. We're here for you. With that being said, let me go to my global prophesy. Brother, your mic is hot.
Yeah. It's your boy Prophesy, Phoenix, Arizona, coming off in here. And phenomenal topic. As far as the first song that came on, that sounded like a soundtrack, brother. You know what I mean? I got this TV show, so I'm always listening on soundtrack type things. And that definitely sounded like a soundtrack for, something real heartfelt, So definitely could see some placement for that. Something that would, be played naturally anyway. In regards to the second track was a banging track. I thought the track was funny. The way the message was and everything, kind of ironic, like, you went out there, you go do what you do, you go and make all these choices, make these decisions, but then at the end of the day, it's like you made the choices, you made the decisions. So, I thought it was kind of an ironic track as far as the message. I thought the beat was slamming. Definitely something I want to bump again, want to hear again. So both tracks, like love, wants more of. In relation to everything that was said, wrapping up, definitely a great show, great topic. Love everything that was put out there from everybody. Grateful for everybody and their courage and displaying what it is that they've been through. Shout out to everybody out there that's listening that feel like they're going through things and feel alone and not alone. I felt that way a couple times where I felt alone, but thankfully people, hit me up, let me know I wasn't alone, and I'm grateful for that. And just to let you know, you're not alone either. If you need me, I'm here for you, just like everybody's been there for me. Welcome to the global family. 300. We're with it. Shut back out to you, Wolf.
Huge family appreciation, respect, and love to you as well, Prophesy, and all of the winning team and global family that's in the sound of our voices. Look, let me close on this. Let me say this. We appreciate every single last one of you, those who are on the winning team and those who have yet to come to the winning team. It's up to us. We are the ambassadors of our future. We are the ambassadors of our community, our business platforms, our families, and our individual consciousness. We can't wait any longer. We can't allow outside forces to provide false evidence and accept it as real and stop us and prevent us from sharing what we know needs to be conveyed not only to our youth, but even to our middle-aged as well as senior families out there. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's a lie. That's a lie. You can teach anyone who's willing to be taught. And the only time that we have people who are lashing out and our global family members out there lashing out, trying to seek and do things that are bad and embracing and holding on to all that negativity is because it's a cry in the dark. It's a cry for help. It's a cry for somebody to be able to come and provide them assistance. And it's also a cry for help with anger because no one's willing to step up. But I know you are. But I know we are. Once again, this is your Global Bruh and host of Talented Titanium Tuesday here on the Entertainment Worldwide Network, The Wolf. You can get in contact with me directly at 916-476-0339, or you can be able to get in contact with the winning team and be able to connect with all of us. Go to EWWNRADIO.com, or even go over to Primal Productions because we're all connected at PRYMALPRODUCTIONZ.com. We love every single one of you. We have a lot of work to do, but yet the work isn't so much when we have so many involved. We need you. We love you. Until next time, blessings upon you and yours.
Broadcast live. Okay, we broadcast live from the west side.
Don G and CEO. Who do this? Who run this? We do this. We run this. Entertainment worldwide network. Hey, entertainment worldwide network. Hey.
You're listening to the Entertainment Worldwide Network based in sunny Las Vegas. Let's get down to business. This is the main meeting. The Entertainment Worldwide Network is here to change the face of the entertainment industry with education for business and personal tips for life. Covering 7 continents worldwide and all points in between. This knowledge is practice, so hold on to your seat. Get your pen, pad, and be ready to take notes. You are live on the Entertainment Worldwide Network.